You
Hold
cannot
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. 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 All right, let's go.
I'm hopeful. Oh. No, it cracked. Wait. Why did I do that? Okay. Perfect. Nice.
I put this soda up, and I jump 'em, cause I don't care. I don't care.
This is America, Lois. Men have always run things, and there have never been any problems whatsoever. And don't say the economy or Iraq or income inequality or racism or Brett Kavanaugh or air pollution or Vietnam or slavery or Watergate or capitalism or Me Too or homelessness or police brutality or homophobia or Monica Lewinsky or school shootings or Native American genocide or Fox News or Tim Allen or climate change.
I hate being black. I love myself and I love what I look like and I'm proud of being a black person, but I hate being black because I hate all the things that comes with being black. When black people talk about like all the things that we deal with, race, white people always think, oh, it's just racism or it's just, the effects of slavery or it's just this or it's just that. Like, I don't think that you guys understand, like, it's everything. If I go to a restaurant, my server is not gonna come check on me ever. Like, I don't get good customer service or I get seated in some dark corner somewhere every time I go out. If there's a group of white people behind me that came in after me, but there's only one table available, they're gonna get the table. That actually just happened to me just now, which is why I'm actually making this video, because I was thinking about how much I hate the way society treats me. And being an alternative black girl doesn't make that any easier. I don't know how many times I have to say this or if I even should have to say this. I know that I have an alternative appearance. I know that I have a ton of piercings. I know that I wear makeup and I may not wear the most, reserved outfits ever in the world. Although tonight I'm pretty fucking reserved, but that's besides the point. I totally get it. I know what I look like. But at the same time, I just feel like what I look like should not warrant the amount of unhealthy, bad attention that I get. Like the other day, when I made that video, like putting up the posters, like the Bad Girls Club posters on Melrose, literally my manager, after we walked away, he's white, by the way, he told me, he said, I didn't realize like how many dirty looks you get. Like, people are really just so angry, like, just seeing you. Like, every time they see you, like, I see people giving you the most dirty looks from their car and pointing at you and giving you faces. And I had to tell him, like, all my friends tell me that, I'm used to it. I'm 100% used to it. Like, I'm used to it. I'm used to getting looks, and I'm used to getting dirty looks, and I'm used to getting a whole bunch of things. I've been harassed, I've been, hate crimed, not hate crimed, but I've definitely been called racial slurs or dealt with racism just like outside on the go. At what point do you really blame people for being angry? At what point do you blame people? Like, I drive in my car, I drive alone. I make sure that I keep my car like slightly dirty so that my car doesn't look, and I have a Hyundai. I don't have a glamorous car, but I make sure that it's like not too clean and flashy because I don't want the police to pull me over. I don't even want to get a nice car in the future because I think to myself, well, if I get a nice car, the police are going to pull me over more. I can't fucking do anything. I can't do anything. And don't even get me. Colorism is everywhere. Racism is everywhere. It's in everywhere and everything and everyone. Like, I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I hate it.
Coraline is a very underrated food film. Hi, I'm Bobby and I'm your friend who knows just a little bit too much about pop culture. The first time we see a meal in this film is one of the first meals that Coraline and her parents share in their new house, which was prepared by her dad. It's pale, gelatinous, and overall not appetizing, and Coraline even complains, asking her mother why she can't cook. In film and in life, preparing a good meal for someone means that you care about them, and Coraline yearning for a good meal prepared by her mother shows that she yearns for more care in their relationship. The next time we see food is the lavish meal prepared by the other mother. Coraline is enthralled with a full spread complete with a whole chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, corn on the cob, smoothies. Oh my god, I'm getting so hungry. That's all laid out in front of her. It's vibrant and totally delicious looking. And more importantly to Coraline, it was prepared by her other mother. The other mother uses this to aid in trapping and deceiving Coraline by doing the one thing that her other mother doesn't do, which is cook. We also get one of our first clues of deception at this meal too. Check out the cake. When Coraline is welcomed by the other mother and the other father, they present her with a cake that reads "Welcome Home," but you'll notice a double loop on the O in home. According to graphology, which is the study of handwriting, the double looped O indicates deceit, and because we only see this double looped O in home, that means that Coraline is welcome, but she is not home. Food is used as a way to trap and manipulate Coraline, and it was one of the first indicators to reveal that all is not well in the other world.
Oh, you don't seem autistic to me. That's because I'm really hot. You're not supposed to say that. Oh, did I say something socially inappropriate? My bad. How very non-autistic of me.
A drag queen! A drag queen! I am the queen of drag!
I just wanna feel good, gotta lay down with some good kush, quite a good girl, with the bush, come and go.
The only trans people who are doing numbers on this app are the ones, and the black ones are like, they've already like cut their shit off. They've been on T for like 10 years now, like, and they're problematic as fuck. Like I know what I'd have to do to be like a successful black trans creator on here whose content is specifically about being black and trans. I can't afford that shit. I can't afford to just go get these cut off. And also, God fucking damn. And they're also like put together all the time. I'm autistic. I don't have the goddamn energy for that shit. I don't have the energy to do a fucking twist out every day. I don't have the energy to do braids with fucking mega clean, crisp parts. Like, I'm not doing it. But unfortunately, that's what would need to be done for me to, like, be marketable on here as a black trans person.
This is very important and I need to know.
I'm goddamn a motherfucking bro.
Oh, you can't be transgender. There weren't any signs. Oh yeah, I'll watch this.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, it is way past my bedtime. So this is my first time ever doing stand-up, meaning I have already taken the first step on the long road to disappointing my parents. Just kidding. I started that a very long time ago. Like, when I was born male, they never really forgave me for that. Mom.
Since Waterstones Liverpool posted that video of me performing in their store, lots of you have commented on how gorgeous this dress is, so let me tell you about it. It was designed by Lorna Jean Costumes, who's based in Margate, and there's the dress before she sent it off to me, and it was designed originally for Britain's Got Talent. And as lots of you have guessed, it is designed to look like books. So each of these colours represent the rainbow flag, of course, but also represent books and stories that I've written or loved. We've got Fran and Vera, Pinocchio, Eunice the Horse, Sleeping Beauty, Mother Goose, where I get my name, and Little Raw. And you can just see that inside there's some handwriting as well. And this is quite heavy, so Lorna's very clever, and inside she's put some braces so that it sits really comfortably and I can dance around and look absolutely fabulous in it. Let's give Lorna some love.
Rapunzel is autistic. Let me explain how I know. My credentials are that I'm autistic and Tangled is one of my special interests and I watch it at least once a day. She is already known as an autistic headcanon. I've seen people post about it before, but the comment section is always angry and it annoys me. And before you say, well, she's stuck in a tower, she doesn't have any social interaction, let's go over her autistic traits. The way that Mother Gothel communicates is through passive aggression and sarcasm. And even with her 18 years of life, Rapunzel is still unable to understand her mom's communication style. Rapunzel is very blunt and takes things very literally. Even though Mother Gothel is constantly joking and never literal. Rapunzel talks really fast and loud, especially when she's excited. And she does mumble and slur her words together. Rapunzel, stop with the mumbling. You know how I feel about the mumbling. Rapunzel even stops herself when she realizes she was talking too loud and repeats herself in a softer, more socially acceptable way. Rapunzel's also a big scripter. She likes to practice what she's gonna say before she talks to someone. If you watch close enough, you'll also notice that she limits her eye contact, except when she was masking to appear more intimidating. As she gets more comfortable with Flynn, she's able to maintain eye contact longer. As you know, she's also a big rule follower. She obeyed and truly believed her mother. Sometimes when you're told not to do something as a kid, it kind of just sticks with you. I have friends that are turning 23 this year that are still convinced that they're not allowed to drink. Next up, we have routines. 7 a.m. the usual morning lineup, waking up at the same time every day, and doing the same things in the same order. She also stims a lot. She plays with her hair a lot, shoulder shrugs, and also plays with her fingers. She also has T-Rex arms in a lot of scenes. Lastly, we have her special interests. Her hyperfixation on the lanterns is not normal. I know, she's stuck in a tower, what else is she gonna do? Neurotypical kids see things and they're like, wow, that's cool, they get obsessed with it for a little bit and then they forget about it. Rapunzel spent her whole life studying, tracking, and charting the stars. There's a difference between a hyperfixation and a hobby, and that just was not a hobby. She's also very multi-talented, which a lot of autistics are. She's an artist and she loves to paint, sketch, and sew. She also loves to read and reread books. The keyword here is reread. She's able to read multiple books multiple times a day, which is a sign of speed reading. She also is an anti-sock neurodivergent, just like me. Barefoot over socks any day. Okay, I'm all done. This is my spin on a Tangled themed makeup look. Bye, guys.
Please normalize pointing at cops in horror and shouting, "Oh my god, he's got a gun!"
This is cute for the city slickers, but if you're folksy like myself, may I suggest... Yeah, pick.
Hi guys, it's me, Alvin, from Alvin and the Chipmunks. If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. And you have father figure, friends, and definitely bitches.
Hello, is this Pizza Hut?
This is Domino's.
Excellent. My name is Ben Shapiro, conservative thought leader, prominent white YouTuber, the Muggsy Bogues of the intellectual dark web. And, look, it's just a fact. I would like to order some pizza pie. Now let's discuss conditions. First, thank you for agreeing to debate me. Typically, in fora such as this, I am met with ad hominem mudslinging, anything from "you racist creep" or "is that your real voice?" to raucous schoolyard laughter and threats of the dreaded toilet swirly.
Excuse me?
However, your willingness to engage with me over the phone on the subject of pizza shows an intellectual fortitude and openness to dangerous ideas which reflects highly on your character.
The pizza here is not dangerous.
Any pizza I order will be male. None of this "our pizza identifies as trans fluid pan poly." No, pizza is a boy. With a penis. It's that simple. It's been true for all of human history from Plato to Socrates to Mr. Mistopheles. And any attempt to rewrite the pillars of Western thought will be met with a hearty "fuh" by yours truly. And trust me, that is not a fate you wish to meet. Now,
is this a...
with regard to my topping preference, onions, peppers, no thank you. If I wanted veggies, I'd go to a salad bar. I'm not some sort of vegan Cory Booker weirdo.
I don't get paid.
And your efforts to Michelle Obama-ize the great American pizza pie are, frankly, hilarious. Hello? Uh-huh. I hang up. Another triggered lib, bested by logic. Damn it, I'm fucking starving.
creating a harsh and traumatizing environment so my plant can grow up big and strong just like my parents did for me.
Up late night, baby girl, okay. It wasn't a plan, baby girl. Skeet the beat, carry the bus like greed the free. She's so big on me.
Might be gay, but I'm the most homophobic gay ever. I love how cis queer people love to joke about this, but like cis queer people actually are more homophobic. Like internally transphobic as well. Like you act like this problem doesn't exist.
What you call a man who wears a dress? Gorgeous. What you call a man in women's sports? The wokest. What you call a man in camouflage who goes to war and fights for everybody's freedoms overseas? Homeless.
The most dangerous thing that a homeless veteran can experience is a conservative patriot who claims to love veterans. Because we have people who have never served lip-syncing to Adam Calhoun and Tom MacDonald songs. Adam Calhoun and Tom MacDonald, both people who've built music careers off the backs of veterans. Specifically using veterans to attack other groups of people, while neither Tom MacDonald or Adam Calhoun have ever served in the military. They lip-sync to those songs so they can feel good about supporting the veterans and supporting our troops without actually having to do any meaningful work. And they get their virtue-signaling personal ego high while actually causing harm to other veterans. Because that entire clip ignores the fact that trans veterans exist. Because it ignores the fact that you can simultaneously be a trans person and a homeless veteran. But the conservative patriots who supports veterans no longer considers the trans veteran a veteran. Because the patriots' transphobia overrides their love of veterans. Because if they saw a homeless trans veteran, they wouldn't call them a veteran. They would call them what that song calls them, a man in a dress. Because the conservative patriot who supports veterans only loves veterans when it's the model ideal veteran who aligns with their values. And even then, when that veteran aligns perfectly with their idea of what a veteran should be, they don't actually want to do anything to help veterans. Because if they did, then they would stop being conservative and they would stop voting Republican. If you claim to support veterans and continue to vote Republican, then your claim that you love veterans is just a performative act. Because you're voting for the party that votes to deport veterans. Because again, while the conservative patriot claims to support veterans, these veterans don't fit their ideal marker of what a veteran is. If you vote for the Republican Party, this is what you're voting for. Later, while this bill did pass, Republicans voted against it as a political stunt. They voted against the idea of expanding health care for the toxins and burn pits that veterans were exposed to because they went overseas, put on camouflage, and fought a war, just like that song says. But again, it's not about supporting veterans. It's about virtue signaling that you support the veterans. Because when we bring up ways to end homelessness and house veterans, we're told we don't love America. We're called communists or socialists, like that's some sort of insult. Also, when I bring up things like helping trans people with homelessness, I'm asked why I don't love veterans. They point to my nails and say since I paint my nails and I want to help trans people, obviously I don't love veterans as much as they do, and I don't love our country. Because just like all the others, my veteran status disappears as soon as I no longer fit the mold of what they think a veteran is.
The Clock app is out here telling on a lot of y'all. And not everybody has rhythm. But I always heard that if you're black, you're more likely to catch the beat. Is it true? Let's get into it. When we talk about rhythm, we mean whether or not someone can follow the pulse of the music, aka the beat. If you can't find the beat of the music, it could be hard to find the rhythm. There's no real science behind whether black people have rhythm flowing through their veins. However, it is possible to be born with a higher sense of rhythm. But experts say this innate trait is actually not genetic, it's social. If a baby's parents sings, dances, or listens to music while the child is in utero, that baby is more likely to be born with a pretty good sense of rhythm. That's because the neural pathways of an unborn child absorb, retain, and learn a lot. Now, black people are the reason we have nearly every genre of music there is today. Country, jazz, rock and roll, and of course rhythm and blues are just a few that were built by black people. And music is a large part of many black people's lives. Whether it's singing along with the church choir, hitting the electric slide at the cookout, or marching in a band. Black people have always used music and dance as a way to not only express ourselves, but connect with our community. So it's no wonder that so many of us are one step ahead from those who are rhythmically challenged. Follow Melanin Mythbusters for more.
Shit like this brings the movement down. Everyone's a feminist until there is a spider around.